Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be talking about portion sizes. So the reason why I want to talk about portion sizes is because I would say last week I slipped off the wagon a little bit with my diet, and I went to a gas station that had snacks and stuff, and I picked up a moon pie. And luckily I didn't eat the moon pie while I was out. I waited till I got home and I decided to indulge. But before I did that, I took a look at some very valuable things, okay, that taught me a lesson and opened up my eyes to some things that I really have to pay attention to, and I think you guys should pay attention to them also if you're dieting, okay? So that's what this video is about. It's about portion sizes and why you should watch your portion sizes. So before I get into that, if you are new to my channel, please do not forget to hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of my videos that I will be uploading, because I will be uploading much more stuff having to do with my weight loss journey. I'm dieting, and I am trying to lose at this point 90 pounds. It was 100 pounds, and I have a long way to go. So I will be sharing a lot of things along the way with you guys, and I don't want you to miss it. Okay, so with that being said, let me go ahead and get into this video. So like I said before, I went out and I picked up a moon pie. In fact, I got one. That one's gone. I didn't eat the whole thing, but it disappeared. But I went out and I got another one. Luckily for me, this one is chocolate. Okay, I found it in a corner store, and it took me a while to find this. For some reason, now that I don't have the craving, it's very difficult to find. I only bought it for this video, but this is the size of the moon pie. Now, typically, if I'm kind of not dieting, or I just don't care, or if I've fallen off the wagon and I am in the mood for a moon pie, I'm going to eat this whole thing. Okay, so what was shocking about this was when I turned it around and I looked at the label on it, okay, I realized, if you can see that, the serving size, there are 3 serving sizes in here. This doesn't look like 3 serving sizes to me. This is 1 for me. I would eat this whole thing in one sitting. So this was really shocking to me that there were 3 serving sizes in here. So that means that this pie, I would literally have to cut it in 3s. And I would be getting 100 calories. So I just want to show that to you real quick so that you can see. I mean, look at this. Okay, this is old and it's chocolate. I don't eat chocolate moon pies anyway, so it's no big deal for me. But anyhow, I just want to show you, this is 300 calories. I would not have known that had I not looked at the label. So that's the very first thing that I want you guys to know. It's very important to look at the labels, no matter what it is that you're eating, so that you're aware of what the serving size is, because I think you'll really be shocked at how small some of those serving sizes are and how much you've been going over those serving sizes. So I'm just going to cut this up in 3s so that you can see what this looks like. So here's 100 calories. 100 calories. You know what, now that I think about it, I don't think I really ate it that day. Now that I think about it, I'll share with you what I did. I chewed it up and I spit it out. I just wanted to taste. I mean, I didn't need it in my body. It was sweet. It had no nutritional value. What I need it for. It was better than throwing it up. So yeah, I spit it out. I chewed it up. I spit it out, this little bit. So I didn't even get the 100 calories. And the rest of it, tossed it in the garden. No, I left it on the counter for somebody else to eat. I think they threw it away. So just wanted you to know that very important. So that's the very first thing I want to share with you guys is reading labels, definitely. Okay. Now, the next thing that I want to share with you is knowing your serving sizes. I've already said reading the labels, definitely, but knowing your serving sizes. Now, there are some foods that do not come with, they don't come with a label, so you kind of have to know. Vegetables, fruits, sometimes they do if they're packaged, other times they don't. So what's your serving size? I wouldn't know. All right, so what I'm finding is that serving sizes for people are different. It's all based on your your sex, whether you're male or female, your age, your height, your weight, and how much weight you want to lose, or if you want to lose any at all, or if you want to gain, whatever that is. So it's not a cookie cutter. It's not a cookie cutter method. It's something that you really have to research and find out exactly how much of certain things you need. Okay, there are macro nutrients that you need to have as well, that you need to be aware of. So it really gets scientific, and I'm not really going to get into the science of it. I am just going to point you in the direction of some resources that you should have. And because I couldn't keep all that information in my head, I do have my computer here that just acts like it doesn't want to turn on. But in the meantime, yeah, there we go. Okay, so let me just say this while I'm trying to get my computer up and running. There are 3 tools that I believe you should have. Let's get that up. There we go. Okay, so there are 3. Actually, before I get into that, I was talking to you about knowing your serving sizes. So I pulled this information from a website for the National Institute of Health, and I guess within that there's something called the National Institute of Aging, which I wasn't even aware that there was such a thing as that. But and I'll leave the website in the description box so that you can go and you can find that information. But this is just a general idea of your portion sizes and what you should be getting if you're wondering, well, how much of each type of food should I be eating? Okay, so what they recommend here, oh, I just went to the wrong thing. Okay, so what they recommend here is for vegetables, you have 2 to 3 cups. For fruits, you have 1.5 to 2 cups. For grains, 5 to 8 ounces. Dairy, 3 cups. Needs to be fat-free or low-fat. Protein foods. Okay, now this is a tricky one for me, protein foods, because so many different things can fall under protein foods besides meat. So that can get to be tricky, and you can kind of go over. So you have to be careful there. So 5 to 6.5 ounces, and oil 5 to 7 teaspoons. Okay. So that leads me to the next thing that I feel you really need to also have available to you when you're dieting, or even when you're not. It's just something that you really should have. Okay, so there are certain foods that if they're not packaged and they're not already coming in a single pack, it's 1 serving size, you're really kind of not going to know. You're going to have to use certain tools to help you to figure that out. So I came up with 3 things that I have been using to help me out. One thing is measuring cup, because many of the things that you're going to need to know about are going to have to do with measuring by cup. So for example, if you need a cup, how much fruit did it say? 1.5 to 2 cups of fruit. That's for the day. Wow. All right, so I got some blackberries. I got blackberries. So I'm going to open these blackberries up, and let's see. Ew, I hate touching them. They're so soft. Okay, I'm going to dump these in the cup here. And let's see. Oh, are you kidding? Some of these look like they have some kind of mold growing on them. Let me tell you, I was in the grocery store today. I'm going to have to start stocking up because I was looking for chicken, can't find chicken any place. For a couple of days I hadn't been able to find salmon, so I had to start eating steak. It had been, the grocery store is getting pretty crazy. Plus, lines. I am so not with lines. If I see a line, I will drive away in a heartbeat. So, I'm going to have to start stocking up. But, oh, that was another thing. I wasn't able to find strawberries. I wasn't able to find any other kind of fruit other than blackberries. And I don't ever eat blackberries. I really don't. So, this is the first for me. Okay, so this is a cup of blackberries. You can put it in there. Now, another way that you can measure sizes is by using your hand. Okay, let me see if I can pour this out. Now, you know something? There are a handful in here, because this is a cup, okay, but when I was looking at the portion sizes, there's a chart that you can get. It's a hand chart. You can use your hand to help you to figure out portion sizes. So, for example, and there are three that I would, just to make this simple, and there are more in here. You can take a look at it. I'll leave that in the link as well about the hand. It's a hand chart. So, for example, if you want cheese, string cheese is already in a package. I don't need to measure my finger, but they were saying use your finger. I know there was one for the tip of the finger. I think that's a teaspoon of something. So if you want a cup, that would be a fist. Let's see, 3 ounces you can measure would be your palm. Okay, so using your hand is also a way to help you. Here I have a handful of blackberries. Blackberries in my hand. Now, it's funny because I can't get all these berries in my hand, and in this cup it says that it's more. Okay, so I guess you'll just be erring on the safe side by using your hand, I guess. I don't know. I guess I couldn't put a cup of it in my hands. Okay, something's wrong somewhere because they're not matching up. Okay, so definitely a measuring cup, definitely using your hand, and I'll leave that chart, as I said before, the website for the chart, or you can also Google it because there are several charts that are on the internet, but I'll leave the one that I'm looking at right now. Just grab vegetables, and that would be considered a cup. Okay, so that's one way of knowing. Oh, another thing, and I do have steak here. I'm planning to make some steak in a moment. If you do not have, and I have both. Okay, so I have a scale. You can use a scale to help you. I just took the plate off of it just now. This one's made by Taylor. Now, I'm not that crazy about it because every time I try to press this power button, it doesn't turn on. This is a new scale. Okay, I literally have to take the batteries out, put it back in for it to turn on, and then it'll go to wherever it needs to go. So I'll put the plate on. The plate, of course, has weight. You just press this button to get that off, and then it'll be set to 0, and you can put your meat on it and weigh it. So protein, for example, you should have the recommended dose here, or serving size. I'm saying dose. The recommended serving size is 5 to 6.5 ounces, which was shocking. I think that's taken into account any other kind of protein that you're eating besides meat. So to err on the safe side, it's best to go with maybe 3 ounces of meat for dinner. Okay, because take into consideration, okay, if you have eggs, that's protein as well. So you don't want to go over that because then you get into other situations that I'm not going to get into. You can read about too much protein. So this is a piece of steak. What kind of steak is this? It's eye-round. It's an eye-round steak. I just bought this. I'm going to make it for dinner in just a little bit. Eye-round. Okay. So let's just see if you just use the palm. Well, this is a little bit bigger than the palm of my hand. Okay, it's flat, okay, but it's bigger than the palm of my hand. But if you notice here, it's just, that's how much it is. Now, another reason why I bought the scale is because, you know, if I get salmon like this is going to be more than 3 ounces. So I want to know exactly how many ounces this is. So that scale is very important to me. All right. Ew, I got meat on my hands. I got to clean that up. Yeah. All right. So the last thing that I want to talk to you about, and I just really need to rinse my hands off for just a moment because, ew, I want to touch stuff. Okay. Couldn't find paper towels, so now I can't. I have to air dry my hands. It's crazy. Okay, so the last thing is a calorie tracker. And the calorie tracker that I have used, that I still use, and I do like it. I haven't found anything else that I like, and I'm sure there are other things. You know, if you find something that you like or you use and you really like it a lot and you think it's great, leave that down in the comment section. Let me know what you have. But for me, I have something on my phone that's called MyPlate. Okay, and this is, I don't know if you could see that. Okay. All right. But anyhow, with MyPlate, it tracks your calories. Actually, let me just back up just a little bit. Okay, once you get started, you can download it from Google Play. Okay, put it on your phone as an app, or you may even be able to go to the website, and I'll leave that link in the description box as well for you to take a look and find out more about it. But first off, it's going to ask you about all the things that I just said earlier about your height, your weight, your weight loss goals, whether you're male or female, all those different things, because it's unique to everybody. All those macronutrients are different for everybody. So you will be able to track your protein, your carbs, your fat, your calories. And another thing that's really nice about this program is you can also track your fitness. There's a fitness diary in it as well. And as you're walking, let's just say you're walking, okay? It literally tracks the amount of calories that you're burning, which I think is awesome. I just went walking today and it tracked my calories. So the calories that I burned. So I burned about 270 something. Let me see, does it tell me right now? I think it tells me. I burned 277 calories today. It told me how many steps. It told me how many, it even told me how many minutes. It took me an hour? Oh my God. That took me an hour? Well, it was a long trail. But yeah, this is awesome. It tells you how much you've consumed. Okay, and if you're really paying attention to how much you're taking in and how much you're burning, that's when you're really going to see the results and literally be able to lose weight. Okay, so that pretty much concludes everything. So just to wrap it up, make sure, number 1, you read your labels. Number 2, you know your serving sizes. Number 3, you use your tools like your hand, a measuring cup, or even a food scale. Okay, and number 4, definitely download a tracker, a calorie tracker, to help you with managing your calorie intake and the calories that you burn. Okay, so I hope that you found everything that I said useful. I hope that you guys are able to move some weight just like I did. Hopefully I can get down to 220. That's my goal for next week, Saturday. Let's see. Okay, so with that, guys, I am going to get out of here, and I will see you See you guys in the next video. But before I go, please do not forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe button. And I'll see you. Have a good one. Bye.